say a very big thank you that you stopped by. And how can we present you? What do you want us to relay? You are.
Okay, I'm Ara. My name is Iziengbe Pat Ebuka Onora. I teach African history at the University of Benin, but currently I'm trying to round up my PhD program at the University of Ibadan.
I got that name. That is an Igbo name.
Yes, Iziengbe Pat Ebuka Onora. My family name is Omoegi. I'm actually from Utezi village in Ikpoba local government. Utezi is inside Idogbo. Yes, inside the Dogbo, the small villages inside the Dogbo, one of them is Utezi. That's where I am from, and that's where my father is from.
Christianity is a way of life.
Yes.
It's not tied to one thing that people that sees it as.
And the conference I'm going to in the US is seen as the biggest and the most important African studies conference, ASA.
Okay.
That's where I'm presenting Olokun worship in Benin.
You got meaning?
Yes.
I think we'll be carried along.
Yes.
Because we always come to get an extracts and put in our program.
Yeah.
You know?
So if you can do that, you know, even the research I did before was on women's club in Benin, because I work on women particularly. Yeah. So I like to look at the uniqueness of Benin women, how these have affected them, their transformation over the years and all that. So doing Olokun worship is, for me, honoring my grandmother, what she, as she raised children through Olokun, and all her children have become wealthy people, estate owners and all that. And because, first and foremost, it became a reflection of the belief that Olokun is the owner of wealth. So it has actually worked for them and all that. So if this thing has worked for them, so it should also be documented. So this is what we are trying to look at. Why is it that when people are going abroad, they want to do Olokun first? So I am trying to get that fact that, okay, some say because Olokun is the owner of the sea, the owner of wealth, should help them over there and all that. So at the end of the day, we must be able to understand our cultural values and how it has transformed over the years. People are still adherent of this faith. So they should also be recognized. If we don't write our story, the European will come and write it, and they don't even understand the words. Yes. They will mistake the words. So we should tell our stories the way it is in every different forms. Yeah. My brother is working on different aspects of Benin history, but I focus on Benin women. Okay. And I've looked at them from the pre-colonial times. The Oba of Benin's red book, I was the one that worked on Iyobas in the book, yes. Yes, the red book here. I'm the one that worked on Iyobas. So we looked at all the Iyobas and all the heroines, up to Emotan, all of them, all what they've done, how they've transformed Benin. So I tell the Benin women that look at your heroines. Look at Iyoba Nesige, who went to war. She was the first.
Yeah. Sorry, viewers. Actually, you see, we're just talking. She's talking about the great woman Idiani Yesige, popularly called the Festac Head now. Yes. You see, a great woman like this, the first ever woman that went to war and she conquered. And that was a veteran like this is still talking about.
Here, these are the Portuguese that followed her to the war. Yeah. You count it, 1, 2, 3,
they followed her
5.
to the war.
Yes. She took along with her to that battle, Benin Idia War. Portuguese.
The Portuguese?
Yes.
They were the white people.
They were the white people.
Who were made to understand as well that this family was the first family to accept Christianity.
Yes, they were the first.
Because they said, if you look carefully, they are dressed like the Jews.
Yes, these are Portuguese that went with her. So for a woman to be able to command Europeans that came to visit Benin to follow her to a war. Okay. In fact, even when the Ida people saw the Portuguese, they have not seen Europeans. Okay. It was a thing of fright to them. Who are these white people? So you should understand that these women have never been women that have been pushed down, women that have not been useful. You know, they project African women as women that have been debased, women who do not have strength, who do not have power. This is the second most popular royal face in the whole world.
Yeah.
Apart from Nefertiti of Egypt, she is the second. So for us, and for such a person to come from our own heritage, I feel and I believe that she should be honored, she should be known, she should be studied. If you see our full war regalia, everything about it is power. I studied her full wall regular from her head, from the back of her head, even up to her feet. Everything is power, strength. So she's a disposition of power and strength, and that is what the Benin women are. We are industrious people. We are not people to be pushed aside at any point in time. So we should be recognized. And by the time we continue to talk about our women like this, a whole lot of people want to know about them. A whole lot of people want to recognize us because we are being recognized in another form right now. So I'm trying to use these women of old to project the new personality of the Benin women. Thank you.
I'm Ekato Obogie Osaisono Godfrey. I'm visiting VisitEdo today. I appreciate what I'm seeing. For a tourist practitioner like me and for a historian like myself, I'm happy that we have this kind of a setting where our culture, our history is being organized, being repackaged, and being projected to the world at large. So I really commend VisitEdo and say kudos for the work you're doing. So it's good, and we hope that in future we are able to, in any way that we can support VisitEdo, we'll continue to, and we'll try as much as possible to support. Thank you.
Let me tell you, there's this saying that Edo language is number 146 language in the world, that they have said it will soon go extinct. So what is your take? What do you think? How do you take that?
Well, as far as language is concerned, Edo language being one of the indigenous languages in the world that is faced with the crisis of extinction, well, presently and for the past couple of years, I also know, I can say authoritatively that the stakeholders in this sector have not folded their hands and they are not sleeping over it. Of course, we are doing a lot. I personally promote right from my home. My 7-year-old boy speaks Benin with me. My 5-year-old boy speaks Benin with me. They greet me in Benin. They don't answer English names because I now understand that my parents were colonized, so I can't colonize my children for an Englishman. And so what I would say to viewers and listeners at home is that we were first Benin before we met the global world. And then we've seen the global world since the 15th century. It is not new. What is only new is that the global world is evolving and will continue to evolve. What we knew in the late 20th century are all moribund today. New knowledge are coming up. New innovations are coming up. So we should not deny our culture, our language, because of what we see outside and because of what we feel is in vogue. Well, there are certain things that we cannot remove from ourselves. Our language is one. So we should promote our language like I did the other day. Etienne Edonuzomo, Wayawese Wagimarazedu.
You see, the truth is this. I was coming to that and he already pushed it in by himself, because the only reason we are using English to present this program is because of the non-natives, the non-Edo people. It's good they know what we are doing as well. And we always crown it up with our golden language.
Thank you very much. Well, I'm very happy. So my name is Roberto Zaug. I teach history at the University of Zurich in Switzerland, and well, I came here to Nigeria, to southern Nigeria, to study the beads you have in southern Nigeria. So I did some field work in the southwest, in Lagos and Abeokuta, and then of course I had to come to Benin because Benin, with its coral beads, Ivie, is really the heart, I would say, of Nigerian bead culture, and I was extremely overwhelmed to see on the other day at the festival the richness of forms, of shapes, of styles and arrangements done with these coral beads. So yes, I'm here to learn, and I've learned a lot thanks to my colleagues and friends. I'm very grateful for that.
What do you have to say to the world now about Ivie that you have actually done?
Well, I've seen that they are used in very different ways. So on the one hand, it's a very popular item which is used on wedding day, but also on child birthdays. It's imitated in ceramic and in plastic to be affordable to different classes. But at the same time, it still has also a very historically rooted meaning attached to the Oba, to myths related to Olokun, and these, let's say, traditions are kept alive by a whole organization which ensures the transmission of these knowledges.
So, what in all this, what advice do you have for people in this part for the time you spent here?
Well, I don't know if it's my role to give advice.
There are some things you saw and you feel there's a better way of going about it. Okay.
Okay. Well, I think Benin has a very rich history, and preserving it is certainly a very intelligent investment for the future, both in cultural terms, but also in economic terms. I mean, what you are doing here with VisitEdo seems to me that it shows that promoting the cultural heritage of a region can have also an economic interest. So I see, for example, that there are lots of colonial buildings from the colonial era, beautiful houses. I think they would be worthwhile to be preserved for future generations, so that also in the cityscape, the history of this region can be read and conserved.
Okay. I want to say thank you very much. Thank you for stopping by VisitEdo, and we want to say it's a place you always come to whenever you are in town. I appreciate you. We appreciate you all the way from on behalf of VisitEdo as a whole.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Let's see.